Hello students. Today we will be studying the fourth chapter from the first flight book, which is the textbook in English for class 10th. The name of the lesson is From the Diary of Anna Frank, and it is an excerpt from the Diary of a Young Girl. The Diary of a Young Girl is one of the world's best known books. It has also been the basis of several plays and films. It was Anna Frank who had documented her life in this diary when she was in hiding along with her family and 4 friends in Amsterdam from 1942 till 1944 during the German occupation of the Netherlands in World War II. She, being a German Dutch, wrote this diary in the Dutch language. It was first published in 1947. It was in 1952 that it was first published in English as The Diary of a Young Girl, and since then it has been translated into 70 languages. It chronicles the events of the life of Anna Frank from the 12th of June 1942 till its final entry on the 1st of August 1944. This diary provides an intimate account of the daily life under the Nazi occupation. It is one of the most authentic works describing the atrocities committed on the Jews during the Nazi occupation of Netherlands. Now, let me give you a brief introduction to the life of Anna Frank. Anna Frank was born on the 12th of June 1929 to Otto Frank and Edith Frank. She was born in Frankfurt, Germany. She was a German Dutch of Jewish origin. She moved to Netherlands with her family at the age of 4.5 when the Nazis gained control over Germany during World War II. As the persecutions of the Jewish population increased, the Franks went into hiding in July 1942 in some concealed rooms behind a bookcase in the building where Anna's father worked. They stayed there safely until in August 1944 they were found and arrested. During this 2-year period of hiding, she kept a diary which she had received as a birthday present and wrote in it regularly. All the thoughts and experiences written in it are of this 13-year-old young girl. After their arrest, the Franks were transported to concentration camps. The diary remained in the annex where they were in hiding. Anna and her sister were transferred to the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, where she died most probably of typhus a few months later in March 1945 at the tender age of 15. Otto Frank, her father, managed to survive these harsh times and returned to Amsterdam after the war. There he found Anna's diary, which had been saved by his secretary, Miep Gries. Convinced that it was a unique record, he got it published in 1947. Now children, let us discuss the main points of this chapter from the Diary of Anna Frank. This chapter is a part of Anna Frank's diary. The diary was given to Anna Frank on her 13th birthday. This chapter contains the first few pages of her diary. She started writing in a diary when she went into hiding with her family. In this diary, she tells about the early years of her life and also reveals why she decided to keep a diary. She says that she had no one with whom she could share the feelings of her heart. So she decided to keep a diary in which she could pour out her innermost feelings. She also mentions that paper has more patience than people. So when depressed, sitting all alone, bored and listless, she decided to make this diary her friend to express all her thoughts and desires. She even named the diary Kitty. She writes that she has a family of loving parents, a 16-year-old sister, and loving aunts. In fact, there were about 30 people whom she could call friends. But the problem was that she could only talk to them about ordinary, everyday things, but could not get any closer to them to confide in them. So she decided to make the diary her friend to share the deepest feelings of her heart. She calls her father the most adorable father, who at the age of 36 married her mother. Her sister Margot was born in 1926, while she was born on the 12th of June 1929 in Frankfurt in Germany. Her parents emigrated to Holland in 1933. The two sisters kept living in Germany with her grandmother. Then they too went to live in Holland with their parents. Anna started going to the nursery school in Holland. Her grandmother, whom she loved dearly, died in January 1942. The gesture of Anna lighting a candle for her grandmother on her birthday in 1942 is an evidence of her intensity of love for her grandmother. On Saturday, the 20th of June 1942, Anna made an entry in her diary in the form of a letter. She addresses the letter to Kitty. In it, she tells Kitty about the students in her class. She mentions how nervous the students felt at the time of the annual results. She even mentions that teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on the earth. She also mentions that the only subject she was not sure about was maths. Then she writes about her maths teacher, Mr. Kessing, who would punish her for her talking in the class. Mr. Kessing asked her to write an essay on chatterbox. She argues in that essay that talking is a student's trait. She promises to keep her chattering under control, but feels that she will never be able to do so, as she has inherited this trait from her mother. Reading her arguments in the essay, Mr. Kessing has a good laugh. But when Anna could not refrain from talking in the class, Mr. Kessing assigned her another essay on an incorrigible chatterbox. Though he liked this essay too, but he could not tolerate her continued habit of talking in class. So he gave her yet another very unusual essay to write, with the title, Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. Mr. Kessing's intention was to play a joke on Anna. But Anna, with the help of a friend, wrote the essay in the form of a verse. It was a story of a mother duck and a father swan and their 3 baby ducklings. It talked about how the father bit his 3 ducklings to death because they quacked too much. Clearly this poem was a joke on Mr. Kessing himself. The father swan was Mr. Kessing and the ducklings were the children in his class who were being scolded and punished by him. Luckily, Mr. Kessing took the joke in the right way. He read the poem out in several other classes too. And then he stopped giving Anna any extra homework to do. In fact, he even allowed her to talk in the class. So children, these few pages of Anna Frank's diary reveal that the diary was her secret keeper and her best friend. It was a source of recording her thoughts and feelings. With this, we come to the end of this chapter. Hope you all have understood it. Thank you.